Good evening, everyone. We thank all of you for joining us tonight, and we want to welcome all the ones that's listening to us virtually. We thank you for that tonight. Our first item, first we're going to bow our heads in a word of prayer, please. Most holy and eternal God, our Father, we thank you for all the blessings that you have bestowed upon us. We ask you to keep our city safe, bless our students as they go to school, and bless all of us and keep us in your will and keep us healthy. And we ask you to please give us the guidance, the leadership, the understanding in how to make decisions for this city. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Our first order of business is consideration of February 17th, 2026 City Council minutes.
Mayor and Council, I move the adoption of the City Council minutes.
Motion has been made
Second.
by Councilman Kidd, second by Councilman Kalu. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, the motion is carried. Our community character trait for this month, which is March, is curiosity. Curiosity is a strong desire to know or learn something. Strong desire to know and learn something. And we're going to ask all our citizens if you would adopt this community of character trait for this month. Thank you. We have an appearance by Miss Laura Moore concerning animal control concerns. And we're going to ask Miss Moore if she would come to the podium and state your name and your address. We're glad to see you, Miss Moore.
Good to see you too. Good evening to everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Laura Moore. I live on 1191 Dancer Street.
Ms. Moore, I'm going to tell you before you start now, the clock is going to ding at 5 minutes, so
Okay.
go ahead. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm here because, I'm a first-time home buyer, and so, and I lived in my house, 3 years now, and I haven't really, I haven't been able to enjoy my yard. I have a problem with cats, and they're pooping in my garden, on my grass, in my shed. I've talked to Chief Moore, Corporal Gilmore, and Chief Austin. And so I know in the beginning they were supposed to house them, build something to house the cats, but that fell through. And then they were coming to capture the cats. They come out to my house, I think 3 times to try to catch them, and that fell through. They had stopped. They said that they didn't have anywhere to put the cats. But it's been a problem. Like I said, I believe that, that their passion shouldn't be my burden. I should be able to enjoy my yard. And so, and it's been, like I said, I get along with everybody in the neighborhood. My dad, he was in the military, and we were just brought up to have respect for our neighbors. And so it's been rough. There's a lot of stuff I want to do in my yard. I wear the grocery bags. I wear grocery bags on my feet when I go outside of my yard because I don't want to step in the cat poop. And so I would like to go in my yard without having to wear the bags and stuff. And then mowing the lawn, I have to wear a mask because when you mow the lawn, things fly. And so it's been bad. And the back of my AC, my AC unit in the backyard, they like to lay on the back of that unit. And right now, it's like caving in where the screws are coming out my house. It's coming out the wall. So it's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a problem. So
Can you tell us approximately how many cats you think it is?
16 or more.
Oh,
And so it's, like I said, I had talked to Chief Austin, and Corporal Gilmore came by last week, and he was, telling me that they're still, working on, placing the cats. And so I'm praying that this summer, something will take place. Because, like I said, me and my mom, we love to be in the yard. That's our, we go there,
Y'all
we
keep
just
the
love
yard
the
nice.
flowers. We just love, yeah. And with all the many cats I see, I feel like I'm, on a cat farm. There's so many. And then you probably have some that, I don't know if they've been fixed or what, but, cats, they have a lot of kittens. And so that'd be more on top of the ones that are out there now. So,
So, I think, Miss, you have some comments? Go ahead, sir.
Thank you so much for coming and sharing your story, but I hear you. You know what that means, I hear you. And I've spoken with you and your mom more than 1, 2, or 3 times, and I've witnessed what you're saying, not to the magnitude of what you're saying, but I've also gone and talked to the person on the other side, and they told me that what they do is they are, similar to what you said, they gather these cats, kittens, and they take them to the doctor, and they get them fixed. But you're saying even though they are maybe getting fixed, they're still intruding on your property. So I tried to do a balance there, but you're here now to speak for yourself.
yes, sir.
Just 1 minute, that's what, Chief, if you would come in and speak to this situation.
Mr. Mayor, members of council, Mr. Everett, we're very sensitive to the issue with which Ms. Moore is dealing. We've had several conversations. We've used repellents to try and disrupt the cats. Some of the neighbors have spent money having them neutered. We hope that would help. We're working on now a proposal that we'll be sending to you that we hope will address the issue in terms of a trap, neuter, and release. But we're going to need a place that we can release them so that they would be able to safely go about their business. But we have been working with her. We're very sensitive to the issue, and we're going to do everything we can within our legal constraints to work to get this resolved.
Chief, do those cats belong to one particular house?
No, feral cats travel in colonies. And quite frankly, legally, we have to be very careful how we handle them because they're almost a protected group. We pick up dogs and we can house them, but we don't yet have the facilities available to house feral cats. And so we're still working on that, and hopefully by the time we meet again, we'll have some ideas about what we can do to address the problem.
I want to ask a question. Just kind of educate me a little bit, because I grew up in the city, and we didn't have a lot of cats. So these, what kind of cat? What you call them?
Feral cats.
What does that mean?
Basically, they're domestic, but they don't belong to anybody.
Okay, and they're just out.
Right.
And you said they travel in groups.
They travel in colonies.
Oh, really? Okay. familiar with that. Go ahead.
When I witnessed, and I spoke with Ms. Moore, she had an idea of where the cats was housed. They was next door to her house, some of them. So that's why I approached the young lady, I can't think of her name now, she's been here, to help facilitate this. But those 16 cats, and she spoke to it, say, Hannah, I collect the cats, I feed them and all. So much of what she's getting is because of the neighbor next door to her. Although loose cats come and escalate the situation.
Right, the issue is whoever feeds feral cats is where they will take up residence. And again, they move in colonies. So, and we are familiar with the neighbors who feed them. We have tried to discourage them from doing that, because wherever they find food is where they're going to congregate.
They will.
Have you tried trapping the cats yet?
We have, yes.
And we just don't have a facility to,
We don't have the facility, and then the neighbors who paid to have them neutered have a concern that when we trap them, they want to know, well, where are you going to release them? And at this juncture, we don't have a place designated, and so that's one of the things we're working on now, is where can we safely, after we trap them, where can we safely release them?
but these are feral cats with no owners, correct? So nobody's claiming these cats?
Nobody's going to claim them, no.
Okay. Is that something we can work
People don't
with?
mind feeding them, but they don't want
They don't want to own them, yeah,
them, yeah.
yeah.
That's terrible.
And this has been going on 3 years, Ms. Moore, you said? What's something, Chief, what's a game plan you have within the next 30 days of how we can remedy the situation, that Ms. Moore, can enjoy her yard for the springtime?
Is to present a trap, neuter, and release plan. But again, we're doing some recon to find out where would be safe places that we could release them.
Well, we need somebody to get on, because that's a burden. That's a burden. It's breaking down your air conditioning. Sydney, if you would, please, whatever we got to do to help Chief with this, that is just infringing on someone's property, their life, the way they live. They shouldn't have to tip around in their yard like that. That is awful. Mhm. You have suggestions, Councilman Hawkins, you gain what? You have suggestions?
People probably won't like my suggestions, but
Go ahead. I mean,
to get rid of the feral cats, I mean, they're not anybody's pets. I mean, I don't know if we release them back into the wild. I mean, have we reached out to the county or anything to see if,
We have.
what's their answer?
They have a trap, neuter, and release ordinance in
Okay.
place.
Chief, I just think that we need to sit down and come up with some kind of a plan, because this is really infringing on people's property.
I agree.
And you're talking about, now, in my neighborhood, I see one or two. We don't see many cats, and we don't feed them. You see, so they don't stay. But if someone's feeding them, they will remain over there.
They will.
And that's not good. Baby, we feel your pain. We really do. Yes.
Ms. Moore, if you would, could you follow up with us in like 30 days and just see if this issue's gotten any better? And all of our emails are online on the website. So if you don't mind, please do that. Whether it does or does not get rectified, please follow up with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Moore. Thank you.
Thank you. We do empathize with her. Ms. Everett?
Thank you, Mayor and Council.
Thank you.
The next item for your consideration is second reading of an ordinance approving a license agreement between the city and WF Media Group. As we previously discussed, this ordinance would allow the city to enter into an agreement with WF Media Group for the use of the Stevenson Auditorium. It'll be a two-year term. It would automatically renew after 1 year unless 30 days notice is given. It allows for WF Media Group to use Stevenson, and they will coordinate with Stevenson, with the city, to make sure that their use does not affect any other events that are scheduled throughout the year at Stevenson. They will provide a 20% payment of all gross ticket sales to the city. They will be responsible for cleaning services, payment of utilities that exceed base levels. Of course, they'd be responsible for any damages beyond normal wear and tear, and responsible for security and cleaning coverage. In exchange for that commitment from this, they will be providing live comedy performances, television production and specials, talk shows, podcast recordings, holiday and inspirational music programming, and an annual comedy festival beginning in 2027. Happy to answer any questions.
Are there any questions or comments concerning this? Yes, sir.
Mr. Ibrahim,
Yes, sir.
Exhibit C, number 1.
Okay, let me get there. Give me a second. Yes, sir.
Item number 1, in terms of advertisement, if the company has a program that is being done, maybe a week or so, and they intend to advertise it to the public by putting up a sign, is that allowed or not? Because I need a better explanation, number 1.
It is allowed, but they cannot affix the signage to the building.
Even if it's temporary.
Yes, sir. But they can put something out front. Now, of course, once we do the marquee, as you all approved for us to do last time, then the advertisements can go there.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Any more questions or comments?
So, WF Media Group, with their prior performances, this agreement clearly is not active yet or approved. So, did they pay the normal rental rate for their previous engagements?
Not yet. I don't know if y'all want me to grandfather them in because we had a letter of intent, or if you want me to go ahead and have them pay the normal, what would it amount to a normal rental rate. I did kind of just compare the two for the first performance, and it's really almost a wash. I think it's like $100 difference, $120 difference. But it's, if y'all want me to grandfather, that's fine. If y'all want me to have them pay the normal rate, because we don't have a formal approved agreement, but we had a letter of intent.
So with that being said, do you anticipate the 20% putting us in a position to exceed what we could make if we were just to do a regular rental agreement event by event?
I think it will, particularly with the first event, because it was the first event, they comped a lot of ticket sales just to make sure that, people were aware and got there. But as time goes on, I think it will exceed. It's certainly not going to, I don't anticipate would be a loss to the city.
Okay.
Any more questions, comments? If not, I'm going to read the ordinance approving a license agreement between the city and WF Media Group LLC and providing for other related matters. We'd like to entertain a motion, council.
I move for approval of second reading.
Motion has been made by Councilman Kalou,
Second.
second by Councilman Kidd. All in favor? Any opposed? Ayes have it, the motion is carried. Thank you. We have a resolution honoring the life and legacy of Reverend Jesse Lewis Jackson Sr. And for those of you that don't know, his services was on last night, and I went up to represent the city of Orangeburg. But in this resolution, I want to read this resolution because I want this to go on record, that we have a resolution for such a great leader who left an impeccable mark on the earth and who have guided through a lot of areas of politics and who has visited Orangeburg on numerous occasions to help us through processes that we needed help with. So I want this to go on record. It says, whereas the city of Orangeburg mourns the passing of the Reverend Jesse Jackson Sr., an intentionally recognized civil rights leader, minister, humanitarian, and advocate for justice, equality, and human dignity. And whereas he was born and raised in Greenville, and where his early experiences in American South helped shape his lifelong commitment to civil rights, economic empowerment, and social justice. And whereas Reverend Jackson rose to national prominency as a close associate of the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and as a key leader in the modern civil rights movement, dedicating his life to expanding opportunities in marginalized and underdeserved communities across the United States and across the world. And whereas as a founder of the Rainbow Push Coalition, Reverend Jackson championed voting rights, educational access, labor rights, economic inclusion, and peaceful social change, inspiring generations to pursue justice through civil engagement and nonviolent advocacy. And whereas throughout his distinguished career, Reverend Jackson sought to bridge racial, economic, and political divides, reminding America of their shaped humanity and calling upon the nation to live up to its highest ideal of liberty and equality. And whereas Reverend Jackson tirelessly advocated for moral leadership and unwavering faith, left an indelible mark on the struggle for civil rights and human rights and contributed meaningfully to the process of communities throughout South Carolina and the nation. Now therefore be it resolved that the mayor and city council of the city of Orangeburg, South Carolina do hereby honor the life and legacy, enduring the contribution of the Reverend Jesse Lewis Jackson Sr. and express profound condolences to his family, friends, and all who were inspired by his work. Be it further resolved that the city of Orangeburg recognize the Reverend Jackson's long life commitment to justice, equality, opportunities, and encourage all citizens to reflect upon his example of service, advocacy, as we continue to striving to build a more just and inclusive community, adopted this third day of March 2026. We're going to ask you to bow your heads for a moment of silence for him, please. Amen. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna ask. Yeah, go ahead.
I would just like to say that the Reverend Jesse Lewis Jackson Jr. was very well known throughout the United States of America. He was at Claflin University, South Carolina State, speaking, encouraging young people to register and vote. We marched with him several times in South Carolina, North Carolina, and throughout the United States of America. We will never forget him because he did so much to encourage, give us the hope that we need throughout of our lifetime. And we say to his family, may God continue to bless them in a very positive and personal way.
Thank you. At this time, I would like for the Habitat of Humanity, I would like for the group to come forward, please. We have a resolution for them for the 100th home and commending its service to the community. And we appreciate its leader. Appreciate you so much, and thank y'all for y'all coming this way.
What's the name?
Okay, yeah. This is the resolution from the city of Orangeburg, resolution, congratulations, Ediston Habitat for Humanity, of the construction of its 100th home and commending its service to the community. We want y'all to know, we thank y'all so much.
Yes,
Because
yes.
without y'all, some people wouldn't have nowhere to stay, accomplish this, so I know it's been a lot of sacrifice, so we appreciate that. And it says, whereas the mayor and city council and the city of Orangeburg proudly recognize the outstanding milestone achieved by the Ediston Habitat of Humanity in breaking ground on its 100th home block and beginning construction on his 100th home, and whereas its significant achievement represents not only the construction of the home, but the building of hope, stability, and opportunity for families throughout Orangeburg and its surrounding communities. And whereas through the dedication of its volunteers and community partners, faith-based community, professional build crew, and board of directors, Ediston Habitat for Humanity has worked tirelessly to provide safe, affordable housing and to promote the value of hard work, self-sufficient, and community responsibilities. And whereas the celebration of its 100th home milestone marks by special ribbon cutting and ceremony on February 21st, 2026, honors the many individuals and organizations whose commitment and generosity have made this lasting legacy possible. Whereas Ediston Habitat for Humanity efforts have strengthened neighborhoods, fostered community pride, encouraged civil engagement, and enhanced the quality of life for residents within the city of Orangeburg and across the great Orangeburg area. And whereas the city of Orangeburg recognized the access to safe and affordable housing is fundamentally to build strong families, vibrant neighborhoods, and prosperous community. Now therefore be it resolved that the mayor and city council of the city of Orangeburg, South Carolina, do hereby congratulate Ediston Habitat for Humanity on the construction of its 100th home and commend the organization for its remarkable achievement, enduring commitment to service. Be it further resolved that the city of Orangeburg expresses its sincere appreciation to the volunteers and community leaders and faith partners, sponsors, and supporters who have contributed their time, talent, and resources to make this this milestone possible, and the city of Orangeburg extends its best wishes and continual success as Edisto Habitat for Humanity carries forward its mission of building homes, communities, and the hope for generations to come. Adopted this third day of March 2026. Thank y'all so much, and let's give them a hand. We appreciate you all. I want y'all to come and face this way.
Yes.
As the city council.
Yes,
stand.
please.
Y'all come and face this way. And me and the president, we gonna stand here. Can you move this for us, Mr. Taylor? Stand. If you can stand, y'all stand so y'all can be seen. This is a hard working group.
Come on in closer.
Y'all, we got to get a picture with her. She is the person that's in the 100 home. So let's get
And ask her her last name.
Yeah. Can y'all stay? We gonna get a picture with her, please.
Yeah.
Now, she's the one that's moving in the 100 home.
And her mom too, is there. Yeah, her mom, yeah. Standing up. Yeah.
And whose district is it? Whose district is it?
Mine, of
Tell me,
course.
yeah, you pull it this
Yes,
way.
I was right there, honey. It was so wonderful. Yeah, it was a good day. Great.
What a blessing
Yes,
for the work
yes.
you all are doing to help our neighborhoods and our citizens. Thank y'all so much. And item number 5. We're on item number 5. Okay, Mr. Everett.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, council. And I want to extend my personal congratulations to Edisto Habitat for Humanity. Thank you all so much for what you do for this community and the great impact that it's having on our citizens. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. The next item for your consideration, council, is appointment to the Election Commission for the unexpired term ending March 31st, 2029. We have a vacancy for that term. It's a 6-year term. Again, it ends on March 31st, 2029. The current members of the Election Commission are Georgine Hightower, whose 6-year term ends on March 31st, 2031, and Ms. Mary Jordan, who's the chairperson, whose 6-year term ends on March 31st, 2027. Council, you have provided 2 nominees to fill this vacant term. Of course, only one person could do that. The first nominee is Mr. Scholar B. Hutto, Esquire, and the second nominee is Mr. Henry Aduzu. And so those are the 2 names that you all have submitted, and you would need to take a vote as to who you would like to fill the vacant term out of those 2 individuals.
Okay. All right, we can take a vote now. All in, we have to do a mo, what do we need?
You can do a written vote, you can do it by show of hand, a voice vote, however you all prefer to do it.
Yeah, okay.
Doesn't matter.
All in favor of Mr. Skylar Hutto. Would you raise your hand? Four, three,
Raise your hand. How many?
1, 2, 3. Okay. All in favor of Mr., how you pronounce his name?
Henry
Henry.
Dozier.
Henry, what is it?
Henry Idoza?
Yeah, Henry Dozier.
What, how you pronounce it?
Henry Idoza.
Henry Odoza, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Mr. Henry Odoza is the new person.
Okay.
Okay.
Adoza?
Oh.
Yeah. Mr. Clapper?
Mr. Mayor, members of council,
Yeah.
good evening. I do also want to echo Mr. Evering's comments and congratulating the Habitat for Humanity group and all the good work that they do. We hope they continue to do such good work, and we're glad to work with them to make sure those folks have good, clean utilities to power those homes. You have in your packets, Mr. Mayor, members of council, a memo from me pointing out, highlighting some safety, our safety report card. We are members of the South Carolina Municipal Insurance Trust that is ran through the Municipal Association of South Carolina. We have been members for quite some time. Excuse me. And without going through all the details, I know you've read the memo, I just want to say this, that the reason I put this in is it just shows that we have, at the DPU on a daily basis, tried to create a culture of safety, and that culture makes sure that everybody, to the best of our ability, everybody comes in and goes home safe, and that we are protecting our employees, giving them what they need to do the jobs that we task them to do, sometimes very dangerous jobs. And so we have a philosophy, we won't do it until we can do it safely. As you all know, that when storms come, I will often tell you that until conditions are allowable for our guys to go out and as safe as possible do the work, we won't go out. So the lights may be out a little longer, the water may be out a little longer, but we pride ourselves in making sure that we protect our employees. I just wanted to point out a couple of the key metrics that, that indicate, again, that we have a pretty healthy safety program. As you recall, back some time ago, you guys allowed me to hire a superintendent of safety where we wanted to put a daily focus on safety from a organization-wide perspective and coordinate that in a very different way than we had before. And so as you can see, those things have paid off. If you look at page 2 of my memo that I sent you, I'll just point out some of those key performance metrics. One, our experience modifier for 2025 is 0.55. Little explanation for you on that. The highest, which is not good, the highest you can have is 2.5. That's bad. The lowest you can have is a 0.5. That's really good. That's the lowest you can have. Essentially what that means for every dollar of coverage that we buy, for every dollar we pay 55 cents. That's what essentially that means. It's an indication that we are doing very well in terms of our safety program. It does actually have a monetary benefit. It actually reduces our premium over time. And so that's something that we want to make sure that we highlight. Also, our loss ratio for this year is 2025 was 1.63. We have an average over a 5-year period of 21.63%. That's essentially how much premium is used to pay claims. And the idea is that you want to be if you're healthy, considered healthy by an insurance group, we're at 50 to 80%. Our average, again, is 21.63. So anything below 80 is good. Where we are and where we've been operating for the last several years, excellent. And so the team has done a really good job of focusing on those things. The score for our report card is 96%. Essentially, Mr. Hanna, I know you are probably going to ask how we get 100. So one of the things that we can improve on is our lag time, and that's reporting injuries a little faster. That's where we get a little ding in our score. It's not horrible. We're better than the pool average, but we can do better. And essentially, sometimes what happens if an injury happens on the weekends, it may delay some of that reporting, but we just need to do a better job of getting that in and reporting it. The idea of that is the faster you report, the more you reduce injury getting worse. So you want to get folks in, get them seen, and get the injury under control and looked at. At the end of the day, our premium for this year is $128,000. If you look at that, that's mainly because we have a really low modifier. Our modifier did go up for this year, 2026. It will be 0.65, so we'll be paying 65 cents on the dollar for the coverage that we have. Again, really excellent, and that's better than the pool average. The pool average is 1. That's what, you want to be better than 1, or at 1 at the most. At the end of the day, again, I think it just demonstrates that we have put a focus where it really belongs, and that is getting our people in and out safely in the jobs that we do in very high-risk situations, and we have done that to the benefit of the city in terms of a financial impact to us. I know I said a lot, but I'll take any questions that you might have at this time.
You answered one, but here's the second one. All of what you've given us with the matrix style, isn't this an excellent, superb, outstanding recruiting tool for citizens to come to this community knowing this, and then for persons who are seeking employment to come and be a part of the team?
Yes, sir. And I should have said this a little clearly. This is our workers' comp insurance carrier. And so it shows, to Mr. Hanna's point, that we care about our employees so much that we've put things in place to keep you safe. And I know this sounds harsh, but you can't work for us if you're not going to be safe. And I make that a clear message to all new employees and ongoing employees that our goal is to protect each other and to make sure that the jobs that we do can be done in a safe way, and we try to hold folks accountable to that, myself included.
That's good. Dr. Kaluuya.
All right. Thank you for this information. I'm looking at the drop. What it used to be, because I worked right the numbers, what it used to be and where we are now, which really positive, for the city. But the volume is still there in terms of the injury, except you report early to take care of your employees, right? Correct? The employees, they still report
Yes.
on time, but the volume of injury is still there, applicable, except that the employees report early for you to take care of the injury. Is it correct? Or did we reduce the number of injuries?
So we did reduce the number of injuries. Mm-hmm. So what goes into the experience modifier, which again has been consistently low over the 5-year period, that's been at about 0.57. The severity of an accident, the severity of the claim, someone gets hurt, how bad that is will impact your score and will drive up your rating. The lag time, I think, is what you're asking about, and we want to make sure we improve. The lag time is essentially the time the injury happens and when the report gets to our carrier and to us and someone in to see the doctor. That we want to make sure that we shorten that time, because we don't want somebody saying, oh, I got an injury, and they didn't report it, and they really needed to get it looked at, and they didn't, and they made it worse.
Okay.
So we want to make sure that, as soon as they tell us, Dr. Kalu, we make sure we're on it, getting them the help and into a doctor if necessary, to make sure we adjust their work schedule or work load to light duty if necessary. We don't want them out there working hurt if they can't do the job at the level that they need to.
To be more specific, is the reduction more in the electrical, or is it overall?
So the numbers are in there by injury, by type. I don't want to call out any particular division at this point, but I will say the electric division is our largest division, and the work they do will be more prone to injuries. It's not because they're worse at their job than anybody else. It's just that they have more opportunities to get hurt. And so I'll say it that way. But they have done an excellent job at making, paying attention and being focused to get things done in a safe way. So thanks for the question.
Okay, I
Good
think this
question.
help us with the recruitment.
Yes, I think it does. It shows that we are not going to put people in unsafe situations, and that we stress that they take care of themselves and the people that they work with.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Are there any more questions for Mr. Harley?
Just to thank you.
Well, I just want to say
Yes.
this credit is really due to the employees of DPU, from the directors who put the focus at every level. I want to say thank you to them for the job well done, and we want to encourage them to keep doing what they're doing. Thank you.
Thank you for your leadership.
Yep.
Okay. We have our executive session, and in the executive session, we will be discussion of matters relating to the proposed location expansion or the provision of service encouraging the location or expansion of industrial and other business in the area served by the public body, South Carolina Section 30-4-7-8-5. The project is Project French, Project Juice, and discussion of negotiation incident proposed for contractual arrangements, and proposed to sell or purchase of property, and the receipt of legal advice, Section 3470A2, Columbia Road property. We would like to entertain a motion to go into executive session, please.
So moved.
Properly moved by Councilman Grievous,
Second.
second by Councilman Kalu. All in favor? Ayes have the motion. We're going to say good night to our public, and we will not be returning to open section. Thank you. Good night, everyone. I want to-